Two whoops, motherfuckers. It's about that time. And for once, speaking of time, I'm actually on time, which is rare. What's up, family? It's that depression time that we all face after the gathering. I gotta excuse my voice. My whooper is fucking broke. The last night, I screamed a lot, and screaming pretty much every fucking lyric that I knew from the final set of ICP that night. I broke my voice box, and it probably doesn't help that I stayed up most of the gathering. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So, like I said, I'm sorry. I sound like I've been smoking cigarettes for the past 25 fucking years. And so it is what it is. God damn. So I'm going to start checking some of the chat. I'm glad to see all of y'all motherfuckers starting to show up. We got motherfucking... let me scroll up. Heartbreaker in the chat. It's good to see you. It was really good to see you and your dad in the VIP line, man. I'm really glad that we actually inadvertently chose similar times. You were an hour before I was in the VIP. And I'm hoping you and your dad had a good gathering, man. It was really fresh to run into you, Heartbreaker. Juggalo Gamer in the chat. I do believe, get me wrong, I think that's Remington. Which is literally the biggest motherfucking juggalo I've ever seen in my life. Like, if you can picture a juggalo fucking Brock Lesnar without the fucking Norwegian Viking look, that is the fucking ninja. We got motherfucking Trey up in the chat, Bertha, which is my right-hand man over here at Gather Network. I love you, homie. And it's good to see you up in the chat. We got Humble Among up in the chat, which is my brother from another mother and probably one of the fucking freshest content creators as far as my homies list goes, and probably on YouTube. Up in the chat, you need to check his shit out. I know he's going to be uploading some really fresh content from the gathering. I know he's already uploaded some really cool gathering recaps each day, which was a fresh idea, bro. If I had the availability to upload some shit and my phone wasn't fucking charged half the time, I would have definitely probably done the same. So it's really cool that you fucking jumped all over that, bro. Oh, you're the same size as Brock. Holy shit. Damn, that's fucking stupid, dog. Well, now that I know that I don't have to meet Brock Lesnar to see his size, I can just fucking kick it with you. So how are we all doing tonight? I know it's most of you guys probably got home, I think, yesterday. Or today. I think some of you are still arriving today. Fucking, I love you too, Lil Taffy. You and Wukanda. Everybody that came by and kicked it at the camp, or kicked it at the camp, I have so much love for y'all after this gathering. I really do. When they said it was going to be the Gathering of Dreams, it didn't apply to the fucking lineup at all. For me, the Gathering of Dreams was to be able to get that week and a half that I needed with my family, which is something that I don't ever get here at home. Because we don't have, a whole lot of juggalos that I know or fucking know of, I met some cool ass ninjas from Oklahoma this year at the gathering, so maybe I have more family around, I'm a little shaky. I'm still trying to get all my sleep caught up, so y'all bear with it. So this gathering, let's talk about it. There was a whole lot of ninjas that showed up to this year's gathering. I'm pretty sure based off of what I seen last year and this year, that it was definitely a bigger gathering than last year. From what I heard, it was like at least 10,000 people, which is I don't know last year's number. I know when ICP played, it swelled up quite a bit. Tons of juggalos in Oklahoma. That's what I'm gathering. Like from running into a lot of people this year. I personally wasn't doing a whole lot of recording. I did most of my gathering was literally, as most of you know, fucking just running around being wild. That's pretty much what I did all gathering. If you weren't catching me in the camp, you were catching me. You were probably running into me at Merch Row being fucked up, or at somebody else's camp. From what I heard, it was 7,000 to 10,000 juggalos showed up nearly every day. I can tell you that like by negative day 2 in the parking lot, that was literally a negative day that was like day 0. I swear to God, at the last year's gathering this year, it was like there was so many people. We got there it was like 1:00, debating on, you can call that the 29th or the 30th. We were in the parking lot. We were like the fucking 13th car in the parking lot, besides Fago Gang and Not Slim One. Studio 17 was also over there. Is it Studio 17 anymore? I don't know what's going on. Not Slim One was there in his RV. Fago Gang was there. Shout out Fago Gang for being like literally the coolest fucking neighbor in the parking lot. It was so fun to be around Fago Gang. There was a handful of RVs, and then there was a couple of cars, and then there was us, and we were like right up by the gate. And we got to watch all the ninjas in the parking lot funnel in. We partied with so many cool ass people. We were, me and my group, or me and my immediate camp, were with Glitter Dick this year. We showed up with them. We actually stayed in the KOA that was right down the fucking road for like a day and a half before it showed up. So I was in Ohio by the 29th. We stayed there overnight, and then we got into the parking lot like late that night, early in the morning. And there's so much shit to talk about, and my brain is so convoluted with a lot of shit. Parking lot was lit this year. Like I said, we partied with a whole lot of people. There was a whole lot of people that showed up to Glitter Dick that showed love. We met some new ninjas. We took some new ninjas in the camp this year. Shout out to the homies Twitch and Taco. Some ninjas from California that flew all the way in, didn't have a camp, and got a rental car, and then drove it into the gathering, and we're just looking for ninjas to chill with. And so we absorbed them and partied hard with them in the parking lot and all the way into the gathering, which was really cool. I'd probably say like negative day 2, most of the people that I know had either started heading there or showing up. We partied with Wukanda and his wife Taffy, who ended up staying at the camp this year, which was super fresh. I don't know, the list goes on. It was just such a good gathering. Shout out Trailer Park's homie Carl. Yes. Okay, this is another thing I want to talk about. So, I mean, there's just. So what I'm going to do with this stream is we're just going to talk about fucking the gathering and all of our cool ass shit. I've got some ideas that we're going to be doing probably later on in the week, starting into next week. And we're just going to be busting down content in a commentary style. We're going to be actually here on this channel. We're going to be doing some more. I'm actually going to start doing the panels. So panels is kicking off now. We're all going to be talking about all of each other's shit throughout the weeks. breaking down some fucking footage from, and I'm just going to say it. It is what it is. If you're going to copyright strike me or do whatever it is, hopefully I can get permission from you guys. But we're going to be pulling up some my footage, maybe some footage from the homies' channels, and we can all discuss it. Even though that most of it's already been discussed probably by those people. But you're more than welcome to jump on and we can discuss it as a group. But we're going to be busting down footage and breaking down gathering stories and what all we thought was cool and shit. And we're going to be bringing back that camp atmosphere that you get in the parking lot and at the gathering. That's what we're going to be hopefully keeping that vibe until the next time that we can all get back together. Cheese House says, am I going to the float? Previous to this gathering, I would probably say yes. After this gathering, I'm probably going to say that's a hard, I don't know, because I'm honestly, even though it was the gathering of dreams, we had unfortunate events take place that it's put me in debt. I am literally, not to put my own shit out there, but I'm not doing the best financially after the gathering. I've got a lot of reality that I'm facing right now, so we're going to see about the float. I would love to make the float. I ended up talking to Tom Wood multiple times at the gathering. The best I got to talk to him was in the parking lot. He showed up like negative day zero when they were handing out the fucking tickets. And he like snuck up in there with his trailer and opened it up and was letting Juggalos get an early chance at his merch. I ended up grabbing a inner circle blanket, which was 1 out of 5 that he had for sale at the gathering. So when I went and did that, I'd actually chopped it up with him for like 5 minutes. We ended up taking some pictures together and talking about content creation and him as an artist and some other shit. And we ended up talking about the float. The float, if you're going to go to the float, it's going to be super fresh. He's got a lot of cool shit planned for Juggalos. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make the float this year. I would love to. I think that's going to be in the middle. I'm actually moving to a different state. So we'll see. Yeah, shout out to some of the ninjas that had to go get hospitalized because of the heat. I hope they're okay. There's been, speaking of that, from what I understand, there's been quite a bit of juggalos that either gathered too hard, went to the hospital. I really wish that I had the link, but apparently there's a juggalette that is currently a missing person right now. Hopefully she gets found relatively soon because there's a whole lot of people that really give a shit. It's kind of one of those things you got to prepare for the gathering and you got to stay safe. And if you're in trouble, you got to reach out. Me personally had some emotional moments of the gathering, so like I get it. Tom Wood is actually the person that signed the most things at mine at the gathering. Plus, I talked to him, and he's like a really good dude. He is a really good dude. He's a fucking juggalo. He is. He's part of the fam, and it was really fresh that he actually spent a lot of time with the ninjas at the gathering. I know that I've seen him multiple times, just walking around, just being fucking Tom. You gotta forgive me. The guy. I don't know if I got the gathering plague or it's COVID. But my shit's fucking being really snotty. I'm going to next year's gathering, 23, baby. Man, you should have came this year. It was definitely you missed. So to get into more conversation, you guys got to get. I've tried to regain some sleep, and we're post gathering, and it's fucking. My brain's mush, my feelings or my heart's fucking all over the place because you know how it is when you got to go home and your family's not around and that the carnival, the spirit is there, but it's somewhere else. It's in your body and it belongs somewhere else in the world right now. And it just, It really sucks, you know. Riga says strep ain't no big joke, homie. Shout out fucking literally my brother in the whole wide world. I never had a fucking. I have a brother, but this is my brother. Homie had fucking. He battled a goddamn ear infection, which turned into fucking strep throat, and went to the doctor twice during the gathering. Missed the first 2 days. Still fucking gathered. Didn't bitch out. Didn't go home. Ended up fucking saying fuck whatever was going on in his body and still gathered. That is some gathering dedication. And I've got to respect it so much. As you, a new ninja coming into the family, I think a lot of people seen that, man, and it's a lot of respect for it. I'm glad you still got to gather. It wouldn't be the same without you. Fat Pass says I was stale. I spent all my vacation time, or I would have. Man, I'd go into more about that, and it would honestly, it would make some personal shit worse. But sometimes sacrifices are made to go to the gathering, whether they're good sacrifices or not, and responsible. And I don't know. It's really like this year has really opened my eyes about who's still trying to do shit and keep this family alive. And honestly, it takes us to say fuck it or whatever the fuck it is to make it happen. Lots of love in the chat. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. So we're gonna go into. I love the fact I'm gonna keep. It's just gonna be a lot of rambling, and we're just gonna ramble and just fucking kick it, and talk about some random shit tonight. We're gonna be a lot more organized too in the upcoming streams because we're gonna have a lot more time to prepare. I've got an actual fucking group of ninjas that are gonna be working with me, and we've solidified some stuff, some good stuffs, if you will, to make the Gathering network streams more legit and fleshed out. Cheese House is fucking, here you go, bro. This is probably some of the best financial fucking vibes that I've seen in a very long time. That's probably some of the most juggalo fucking financial advice that you can get. Just take a loan and don't pay it back. I mean, fuck. It's your money and you can get it now, and it's their money, but fuck them because they gave it to you. You know what I mean? That's their own fault. Fago Armageddon was literally the greatest thing I've ever done other than being baptized. I love it. I mean, you were baptized in Fago. I mean, so that is one thing that's similar to that. I mean, personally, I don't subscribe to some of that. But I'm glad that you literally have seen and felt what the carnival provides that is that close to one of your core beliefs. Because it's real. I mean, the gathering magic is real. The carnival magic is real. That's why the fucking wicked clowns will never die. You know? Let's see. Fuck your sleep. I actually got some decent sleep. Well, I can't really say that. I got sleep when I wanted to at the gathering. Fuck the rain, by the way. For the second there, I thought it was going to be Return of the Muddalows, like day one broke out. And so where our camp was this year was over there by Nightmare Stage. It was stage 2. And we were located on a hill, which was literally right in front of second stage. And every time it fucking decided to rain, it turned to like the mud river. And it was like a Jankum trail. Fucking wild shit. People are slipping. We had a lot of fun. I didn't realize like how big how many of you people actually wanted to fucking like camp around. It was so cool. We had like immediately we had in the camp this year. Even though that it was kind of like across the way and we had to like cross the trail. I'm going to count it, but we had like a Wukanda and his wife. Onstead and Elixir were camped with us this year. We had fucking Trailer Park Cinderella, Humble Among, Trailer Park's homie Carrot Top, Carl aka Carrot Top. We gave him his fucking Juggalo name this year. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of cool ninjas camped around us. We had the plug homie Half Breed come through all the time, and he was that ninja was fresh. I'm really glad that we all got to meet that ninja as far as fucked out click goes. There was so many cool juggalos, like actual fucking ninjas that showed up this year. Seen a lot of normie shit, which I was kind of like, that's every gathering. But juggalos actually came out this year. It really is. Like they really did. Anybody that is not to throw no shade, and we're not going to point no fingers. And I heard this quote during the gathering and shit, but anybody that thinks like juggalos are a cesspool or disappointed in juggalos should be disappointed in your fucking self. How you gonna? I mean, we're all family and shit, but juggalos are literally all forms of life, all walks of life, from fucking crackhead freaks to the most successful fucking businessmen. And all forms of family were represented at fucking the gathering this year. Our first gathering was definitely not our last. So much love, no judgment. That's right. I mean, dude, I literally gathered, and if you're going to judge me for what you've seen at the gathering, then you're going to lick my butthole and both fucking nuts left to right. I could honestly use that in my life. So you'd be doing me a favor. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of ninjas not giving a fuck and hanging out with their family this year. And it was really fresh. Humble Monk says, great camp. It was a great camp, bro. What I lacked in fucking content creation this year, bro, I made it up with gathering and hanging out with juggalos. We fucked with so many people this year at camp. Humble was around for some of that. I don't know how many of y'all, if you're coming downhill to go to the second stage from Nightmare, and like the downhill, the like dead on to it, and you had to if you had to fucking dodge the actual human shit that was laid out in the trail, trust me, I'll let you know it was actual human shit because I couldn't think of like any other like form of wording to put that. And you had to dodge it and or stepped in it. Like, sorry for your luck. It provided so much entertainment for so many hours at our camp. Rosio in the chat, it was good to see you, dog. I'm really glad that we spent a little bit of time together at the gathering this year. Really glad that you go to sleep the sounds of your own screams because I think that adds to your fucking characters, dog. And if that makes you the ninja that you are today, sorry about your luck, but I'm glad it's a part of you because it's made your brain an excellent source of just fucking juggalo love. You know what I mean? People are, we were camped in 665 campgrounds. I made my way over there a couple times. The homie Turd was over there, so we came and kicked it a lot. Speaking of campgrounds and shit, there were so many different fucking places I had to go this year to fucking find y'all and just like hang out and shit. Like I've never seen parking lots fill up that fast. I will say that the staff this year organizing the camping and parking, this is my rating for you guys. You get 2 fucks out of fuck you because like I literally heard the term whoever. Okay, Steve Trickle, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Let's talk, Steve. If you think, I mean, I understand they were probably effective in negating a lot of the bullshit. But you hired motherfuckers that were literally in the crossroads by Merch Row when the shit all kicked in. That were literally, I heard the term. I really wish I could have got it recorded because I would send it to you. But I literally watched and heard this motherfucker say, like, me and Rick were getting food, and some other ninjas were getting food right there as you're going into 665 and the vendor booths that were there selling corn dogs and Fago and shit. The guy was making fun of our family, and he was like, you're going to have these motherfuckers keep saying, well, I've got family over there and I'm trying to camp. Fuck those motherfuckers. You're going to camp wherever the fuck I tell you to. This is dumb as fuck. I don't give a fuck about your family. He was a short African American guy, had the yellow vest on, had a facial hair like mine. He was a real dick. And I told him, I said, if that's going to be your attitude all this fucking weekend, you should probably find a different weekend job. So, I mean, we had to deal with staff doing that shit, and they organized the camping this year, which is probably good for Legend Valley. Like, they probably kept them organized, but really kind of fucked up camping with your camp. There were so many ninjas displaced, and that couldn't camp together this year because of it. So, it is what it is. Let's see. The vendors had bad customer service. It was fucking bad customer service all the way around, bro. Well, no matter where you at. Bro, fuck those guys. You should have punched them in their face. We'll see. If I did that, I was definitely going to get kicked out because they were definitely on some shit this year. So, no punching in the face, no fighting at the fucking gathering. If you can't, let's try to refrain from fighting. You know what I mean? Only knock a motherfucker in their face if they really need it. If they're stealing from your camp, fucking fuck them up. But if they're just being dick staff, shoot them with a firework when they're not looking, or throw a bag of poop at them from the dark. But don't punch them in their face. Supposedly, last day racist security fucked some people up for trying to leave and used racial slurs. I don't know, bro. There was definitely security. It looked like some fucking white power yee motherfuckers. So I don't know, bro. I mean, that might be the case. I really don't know. You got poop in between your toes. Oh, if you definitely came down my trail going to second stage, you were getting fucking all sorts of jankum on your feet. It was like, okay, so, and this is not a good analogy, but in history we had Trail of Tears, and this year we had the Trail of Jankum. It was fucked up. Like, everybody was getting their feet fucked up. It wasn't a good time. You came back stinking. And you had to walk up this hill that no one asked for in the fucking dark, slipping and sliding. And then you had to deal with our camp, which was telling you about watching out for human shit on your feet and shooting you with Orby guns and spotlighting you with fucking wild ass bright lights, and had to deal with my ass coming by. So, like, yeah, dude, that hill was pretty fucked. I know a lot of people got some good laughs out of it, so it is what it is. It was just one fight between two hot dog vendors. There were fucking hot dog vendors got in a fight. Like, the glizzy dealers were fighting, dog? About what? I mean, there was plenty of fat wieners at the fucking gathering, dog. At that point, it just becomes a pissing contest about your glizzy. Rick said, oh, dude, my car still smells like Jenkin Boy. It's rough. I honestly don't want to wash it. It smells like home. Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, so, like, we showed up in a brand new car, and it definitely is fucking... Shout out to Sean, because you're a hell of a ninja for washing that shit after the Jankum. God damn. Fuck whatever bullshit issues with balls this year. My camp brought 3 fucking ballless passes. We never got water service. Had power maybe. Okay, so check this out. I heard about this shit all the gathering. We actually talked to some ninjas that were on, like, it was like day 3, and they just fucking had, like, I think the power hooked up to their camp. And I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. I honestly, here's some of my shit. And I've heard multiple things. I don't know if they expected this many people this year, honestly, based off of last year's numbers or something. because I know that they sold literally at one point they sold out of wristbands. So they were ninjas getting like different wristbands and stuff. They had to come up with different wristbands. And I heard that they actually sold more fucking car passes than they expected. And they had to end up shutting. That's why they got shut down, because dude, like, I don't know if y'all were there on negative day 0 when they were letting people in originally, but that shit filled up so fast. Like, I literally walked around that night and everything was already full as far as camping. Like, 665 was filling up. Like, the parking lot was fucking stupid retarded packed. Like, the other field next to the fucking in front of the old gas station was literally like full with cars by negative day 0. I'd never seen that many fucking juggalos before. So it was wild, you know? So that could have been contributed to why they were dealing with power issues and shit. Is just because there was a sheer number of people trying to fucking get all their shit organized at once, and I mean, dude, I know so many people that volunteered this year, and even they were saying like, we're running balls to the fucking wall. So that's probably the biggest fucking reason why. You're still laughing about it, bro. It was a lot of fun, bro. I know that you were crying laughing at one point. I'm sorry. Like, I get turned, and it's a good time. So you're welcome. Allegedly, organic jankum extracts for next year. There's definitely y'all are gonna make me fucking cry laughing on stream. We had so much fun at my camp. I'm so full of whipped cream, and all my horses got plenty of sleep. Showing love in the Legend Valley's ball is notoriously whack. I wouldn't know. Never been in the money position to actually get ballers or able to catch them before they go on sale. So shout out all the ninjas that make that a fucking a trap and a hustle. Because I've never got one. I don't expect to get one. So night 1 was fresh. We gathered, seen main stage a little bit. Honestly, night 1, Nightmare stage had probably the most fucking badass lineup. LSP ended up starting to get rained on when they came on, so they moved it over to fucking Nightmare stage, which is literally right there in front of my camp. I'm gonna tell you, like, that was my first time seeing LSP, most of their artists on stage, and that might have been one of the freshest sets all gathering, outside of the clown sets and Hex and Ouija Mac. In my opinion, I don't know. I've seen all the major shit. Other than that, I was gathering. I was at so many people's different camps, but they put it on super hard. I'm really excited to see the future for Darby O'Trill and Cody Manson. Them ninjas absolutely fucking killed it with Scum this year on their set. So much fucking wild shit happened. I'm literally gonna have to organize my thoughts and actually come up with a stream when we actually break down every fucking night. Like, I'm trying to do it right now, but my brain is just like, serotonin. I need serotonin. I need more sleep. Stoney, you need to fucking feed me and shit. I've been eating and drinking all motherfucking day and sleeping. So we're gonna do the best. I mean, you come to my streams and this is what you're gonna get, is what it would be like at a campsite at the gathering. We're just gonna be all getting turned and talking about random ass shit. That's honestly kind of like what I do on my stream. So if you're new to this shit, this is what you're gonna get. It's just like me rambling. Here in the future, like I said, we're gonna be doing some panels, and I'm just bringing ninjas on. We're gonna be talking about a lot of different shit. My brain is snapped, crackled and popped from Gather.NETWORK. Yeah, dude, we gather so many necks. Like, I think honestly, like, that's gonna be probably the fucking camp name for next year. So we're just snatching necks up at the fucking gathering. Whether you get a good neck snatching and you laugh about it, or you get butt hurt and you move on. Like, we had some of those ninjas that couldn't handle a fucking joke, And we just kind of sent them on their way and told them to go eat bags of poop. I mean, you're at the gathering. You can't be offended. I've seen so much different shit. Speaking of fucking being offended at the gathering, I heard a lot of people were like, oh my God, we're in public or whatever. It's the fucking gathering. Literally, there was multiple blowjob competitions at the fucking gathering. Dude, there was a blowjob competition on fucking Merch Row this year. There were dicks out right next to Ouija Max marriage. You can't come to the gathering and get offended. If you bring pets and kids to the gathering, you're probably not fucking thinking about good life priority for yourself or others. Your trailer park says he's disappointed in juggalos. I heard, we're not even gonna touch that. We're gonna step away from that fucking shit real quick. I'm disappointed in juggalos too. I'm disappointed in juggalos that didn't fucking gather is what I'm disappointed in, dog. For whatever bullshit reason that is. I wasn't offended by a lot what happened. I was just kind of like, wow, that's nasty. I didn't know why. Okay, and see, and here's the thing when we're talking about like seeing wild shit and being offended by stuff, like I touched upon it earlier. We all come from all walks of life. From crackhead freaks to fucking businessmen to homeless, weird juggalos. And when we all get together, we're going to do whatever the fuck we want. And that's honestly it separates us from everybody else is we do what the fuck we want. We don't hide things. Rika said it, if you don't like it, don't look, just move on. It's fam shit. If as long as it's not literally exploiting or hurting somebody else, then who gives a fuck? Like if he would have walked around the fucking Porta Johns the last night during KRS-One and looked in the dark next to the porta potty, you would have seen me fending a lot of fucking people with somebody else. So I don't give a fuck. It is what it is, pimps. Don't get mad. It's the juggalos. The juffalos make us look bad. That's true. I don't think anybody makes us look bad because everybody hates us already anyway. So it's whatever. If you think about it that hard, you might probably need to think about like what's important to you. Mama's falling apart in this. Oh yeah, okay. So speaking of this, I see this. Where's it? Did your VIP charm fall apart? Mine did not. Mine actually. Where the fuck is mine? Son of a. I think mine's still in my bag. I would have busted it out. But no, my shit didn't fall apart. I haven't even took mine out of the fucking plastic that is still in. I heard, as soon as I heard that they wanted to get it like pressed in and shit, but it came too late. So they just kind of like put this sticker type shit on it and called it good. And that's what I think is like coming off instead. It was the last minute. It wasn't Psychopathic's fault. It was who they go through. They kind of fucked that up. God damn. Fuck that guy who came out from under that tarp. I found his fucking kid by main stage. Don't fucking bring your kids to the gathering if you're going to be a piece of fucking shit and leave your 4-year-old unattended. Speaking of kids, okay, look, guys. I've seen a lot of kids at the gathering. Holy shit, I've seen a lot of fucking kids this year. 98% of them had fucking parents. I would say 50% of those parents were very fucking questionable when they were there because they weren't sober and their kids were like fucking crying and bitching and shit. And then like the other group of kids was like I would say from the age range of like 15 to 18 that were completely unattended. But those kids, like, I remember being that age and being a juggalo. And at that point, I'd already experienced a lot of fucking life. And these kids had definitely experienced a lot of fucking life already at that point. So I really wasn't going to say a whole lot to them. When they would come by camp or they would, they would chop it up with us. Honestly, I treated him like a fucking adult, and there was very little issues. It was very fucking, like, you could see that they didn't need no fucking supervision. I know that sounds fucked up, but I think mentally some people can get to a point where they necessarily don't need it. If your stuff falls apart, just keep the sticker and then super glue it back. Yeah, I'm just not gonna take it out. It's gonna stay in my room. Honestly, some of those VIP charms I don't even wear. It's kind of like it's a token to like what I spent my money on and that year. Oh, y'all are talking about getting bricked over pretty eyes. What the fuck are y'all talking about right now? See, like in the chat, it's like it already starts like forming the conversation that you would see like next to the camp out there in the trail, like just people fucking with each other. This is what I love y'all for. Some of the stuff that we've got coming into the channel here pretty soon, we're going to be busting down a lot of I've still got to get all the content put together from what we actually managed to fucking salvage this year. I didn't really go around I really should have done a lot of interviews this year and talked to a lot of people on the camera. But I'm going to be honest. I was gathering a lot of other people were gathering, and it just really wasn't the setting to ask people questions, because like real conversations come from like people doing real shit and being around other people. So it's like I didn't want to compromise anybody's like safety or legal issues and shit like that, because I talk to all family, whether you're a sober low or somebody that's actively using. Like we were there, we were kicking it, and I wasn't running cameras because I wanted this year to have a lot of organic conversation and prepare for next year when we're out there doing shit. So I really wasn't running a whole lot of like I could have done a lot of interviews, but I chose not to. We did get a lot of badass like show footage and walking around and flying around. We had a drone going at some point allegedly, and we got some really cool ass shit from that. People are talking about getting the RVs next year. Juggalos are the best family ever. I would never choose another Juggalo family except for maybe my own flesh and blood. Yeah, man, I really flesh and blood and Juggalos that's a good topic for another time. I don't know, guys. It was just a good gathering. I'm working through the depression from being home and facing the bullshit reality that I think a lot of us are going through. RV passes would be dope. I can see the appeal behind RV, because like it comes with a shitter and a place you can like it's not going to get wet from the rain. You don't have to worry about a lot of shit. As long as the RV can be self-sufficient and you don't have to worry about like power and stuff, like that's definitely the play. I think we actually talked about that a lot this year, and that's going to be the play next year. Next year, I definitely want to bring a real camera and save everything I can. We making a couple DVDs from this year, so when we down and out, we can pop one and cheer back up. Yeah, and that would be a good idea. But like, and I was actually thinking about doing something like that. I know that me and Humble Among talked about that shit weeks back. And I don't know if he's doing a DVD. If you are Humble, that's probably fucking a really good play, because I know that you were the ninja really getting a lot of good footage. And maybe you could like low key sell it. I would. Everybody wants another perspective on the gathering. It's fucking, we all have our hustles. Which is another thing I love about the fucking gathering, bro. It literally turns into like the world's biggest fucking hustle field. Like you can literally go find whatever the fuck you want at the gathering. And like literally what I mean, like everything. Whether it's good or bad, it's funny or sad. Like you're gonna find it at the gathering and someone's probably gonna fucking sell it. An uncensored gathering DVD would be an underground classic. Okay, so Cheese House, that is the play for next year. We are going to be offering a two form DVD next year for sure. There's what's the word? Technology out there where I can blur faces and mix match voices and stuff. And it's a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit. Juggalos are going to do whatever the fuck they want. And I just didn't want to compromise anybody's fucking identities and stuff this year because I was around a lot of stuff this year. So you are in Blu-ray and DVD. Oh shit! Well, Humble Among's like the Juggalo Fox fucking studios apparently. So I was right. I called it. You bet. Hey, so Humble Among, you better put me in the fucking credits, please, because I know that when we talked about that, that was a good idea, and I told you could probably make some money. So be like, this idea came from Stoney, because I'm gonna be narcissistic for once in my goddamn stream, motherfucker. Watch out for that human fucking shit. I know that next year we're going to be investing in a lot of the stuff that we got this year was like on iPhone, and even though there was an iPhone, it was like super good quality. It was the new iPhone. We had gimbals running, and we had a UFO correspondent that would send us fucking footage every once in a while because it was up in the sky allegedly, which is going to be something we're going to be, like busting down a lot of that shit together. Like we can talk about it. A lot of my like content, I think that we're gonna do because like what my goal for this channel is literally like, and fuck all y'all if y'all take my ideas. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna call you out, and I'm probably gonna send you a picture of my fucking nuts right after I fucking take a shit. But what I do is I create a fucking camp environment once or twice a month, and we just fucking kick it. We're not talking about fucking ICP news. We can talk about ICP news. We can talk about everything relevant going on in the scene, and whatever is a good point or it's a bad point, I don't give a fuck. But I'm not the news channel. I'm just the gathering channel. This is what we do. Is we just get on here and be juggalos, I mean, one of us is the fucking ninja fucked up in the chair asleep, and we're fucking with his feet the entire time. Or not his feet, but he ain't got no shoes on, so we're fucking drawing on his face. Or we're being the ninja relevant in the conversation. Whatever it is, bro, this is what we're going to do on the channel. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Best Stoney moments, watch out for that human shit. Stoney versus Dana Donata and macking on the butt girl for main stage. Who the fuck did I mac on? Like, okay, so that's that's really fucking revealing because I macked on a lot of people. Dog, I was fucking not. You already know. So like we are talking about the watch out for human shit. There was like not even some poop on the trail when we were getting in, just fucking dodge it. Okay, so Dana Donata, we're gonna talk about fucking Dana Donata for a second. Some of y'all like Dana Donata and enjoyed the show. Me personally, I thought it was fucking trash. That bitch was trash. Sorry, dog. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna say it, dude. This shit was trash. Her literal set was look at my flat ass and my pussy's got teeth, which is not very healthy. Like, I don't know. Violent J was definitely trying to hit that shit, so he booked her. And hopefully, Jay, you got your dick wet because my ears got fucked. That's for goddamn sure. My ears were fucked. I was definitely waiting for the next set to come on. And the best part about that set is because like some ninjas behind me were all getting upset and they were telling me to fucking go home. I told them, bitch, I am home. Not the gathering. But Trailer Park was over there fucking rolling his fucking ass off. And I've never seen you laugh that hard in my whole life. And honestly, that was the fuel that kept me going. She was dope as fuck, and I'm sure, but it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for me. Like, I don't know. It wasn't for me. I thought it was trying at first, bro. Like, that's literally what I thought. I was like, is this trying? Because because at first, okay, the first song that Dana Donata did was fire, and like the first two songs were, I was like, okay, and then it got fucking really fucking wild, and I was like, oh, this is, what the fuck is this? How about HP the Grizzly? I thought that was fitting to be a dude. Oh yeah, so HP the Grizzly or whatever. That was actually, I liked that set. I didn't realize that was a chick. And when I seen that, I was like, damn. That man just fucking, I don't know, I fucked with it. Why? Hey, that's an alleged comment. That was allegedly, I don't remember saying that. I don't remember a lot of things. So unless you got fucking footage of it, Dana is fire, homie, and she probably is, dude. She probably is. Like, I'm getting some backlash from hating it, but bro, it just, I wasn't feeling it. At some point, it was like, I don't know, like her screams and shit were just like, maybe it was the sound. I just wasn't feeling it. I know a lot of people like her, and I'm just not one of those people. Yeah, her pussy got teeth, dude. Like, that's scary, dog. That's like a horror film. But just like everybody else, you know, I got shit that I like. A lot of you people like some shit I didn't. Most of the sets that I seen this year were fucking really good. Most of the shit that I seen was really good. It is a horror film. It's called Teeth. There's a horror film about a fucking Ned and it's got teeth. I know that there's a horror film about like a sentient dick that like kills people and shit. I seen that on like Netflix like 10 years ago. I forgot what that fucking shit's called. Dana would love my Stone Cold Steve Austin impression, I think. She probably would. Speaking of that, Trailer Park, like, what was it like getting spit in your mouth, dog, when that fucking juggalette spit in your fucking mouth? I really wish I could have got that on film, dude. Like, did it taste good? Or did it taste like, 4-day-old never been washed my teeth because we've been gathering fucking, it tastes like that. Yeah, her brother tries to fuck her in the end and gets his dick bit off. I bet that was a hit in Alabama. You know what I mean? They were like, God damn, that shit. So many yees went to sleep like covering their shit and like, apologizing for their bad thoughts in the world. Speaking of yees, did y'all see the fucking rebel flag that was put in the shitters on like day one and clogged up the toilets and like fucked up everything so that like people stopped cleaning them bitches? I don't know. The Jenkin booths this year at the gathering were probably some of the worst fucking things I've seen. Like last year, the fucking porta shitters were bad, but this year it was like, I don't know if everybody was just eating good this year or what, but people were filling those things up so fast, so quick. Like I know at one point, allegedly, I might have like went into the trees and took a poop and wiped with some ground scored fucking toilet paper that I found allegedly because the fucking porter shitters were so bad. I have a mad cough now. I'm going through it. Bro, that's what I'm saying. You probably got the fucking juggalo COVID because of that shit. But at the same time, like I don't blame you because she was hot. So like you know, I would have paid for it too, dog. I couldn't find any toilet paper. Yeah, okay. So here's the thing with the toilet papers is because everybody would get all the toilet papers from every porta shitter and throw it into the last one, and immediately fill it up because everybody thought it was funny. I didn't understand, bro. But I came to the porta shitters with dude wipes every time, so I just wiped my ass with a dude wipe. Like, dude, it's speaking of that shit, bro. I've seen so many people like gagging and puking coming out of the porta shitters, and one of the people was the people that was actually there to do the job to clean them. Like, I mean, they just opened up the door and immediately was like spraying it, fucking not trying to hurl out. And like, dude, then they would get like halfway down, and they were so bad that they just said "fuck it" and they would move to somewhere else. Like, the secret to the porta potties is to walk out to the parking lot and use those. You're probably right, but I was always the ninja that always found like the one that you could use, so it really wasn't that bad. A rebel flag was a community ass wipe. Dude, I couldn't imagine. I wasn't wiping my ass with nobody else's shit. Fuck no. Honestly, I wouldn't wipe my ass with the fucking toilet paper that was in the border shitters because who knows what the fuck. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody dosed the fucking toilet paper. Like, imagine you're just going in there trying to take a poop and then bam. 2 hours later, you're fried the fuck out in front of main stage. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Because you went and pooped in a porta shitter. Real talk. Bring your own ass wipes. Did I spin the wheel this year? Fuck no, I didn't spin the wheel. I didn't feel like public masturbating or putting things in my butthole. So no, I didn't spin the wheel. The secret is dumping into your palm and throwing at Babytron. Ooh, Babytron. Shout out to people that quit the gathering. It is like an annual thing, and it continued this year. And I don't know who's at fault for that one. I wasn't there when he quit. Which sucks. I don't know. But know your fucking crowd, and if you get shit thrown at you, it's out of love, especially if it's Fago. And don't get mad and walk off and cry. Chad's talking about taking dumps. God damn. Did documentation of real? Oh yeah, Cherry Pie put up photos on fucking Facebook that was like every fucking Jankum booth that was at the goddamn gathering and how they varied. Babytron was crying like a baby. He was gone off stage super fast. I didn't know anyone that saw that kid get booed off. Yeah, I didn't either. Like I heard about it from other people. Like I was on the way to main stage when that shit happened. So I didn't get to see it myself. You know what I mean? I can only imagine. Hey, at least he didn't throw a fucking microphone and shit like Danny Brown did last year. Damn, Babytron was out of Ohio before his time slot ended. That's fucked. I know. Speaking of other people that either like left or wasn't at the gathering, I know like Puya had some issues with COVID, and I'm gonna tell you at the time when Puya was announced that he wasn't gonna be at the gathering, as soon as Manny or whoever the fuck that was got on stage and was like, "All right, Juggalos, we got some bad news." I watched so many people just immediately turn around and fucking start leaving main stage. I know fucking Bertha, aka Trey, was like, that was like one of his only artists that he wanted to see at the gathering. He was so fucking mad, dog. I know it ruined a lot of people's like time at the beat, like for the next couple hours after that. Everyone was kind of like, fuck. For Puya not being able to show up. And then we got the announcement like he had I guess caught COVID. So I mean, you really can't blame him if that's an honest excuse and he got COVID and he didn't want to do shit or whatever. You know, I'm pretty sure I got COVID at the goddamn gathering. Like I ain't gonna goddamn lie. And then like I'm dealing with it at my house. My homie, fucking one of my roommates got COVID. So like I'm probably gonna get COVID. I'm probably gonna have COVID in the next like day or so. We do bong ASMR on my fucking stream. So if you don't like it, I mean, fuck off, go watch something else, you know? Fat Nick was fucking lit, boys. It was fucking lit. That's some of the most fun I've had in the pit was during Fat Nick. He put on a good show. A lot of people were bitching because it wasn't a quote unquote live set. But he's kind of like a hype man rapper, anyways. You know, like he does kind of his. He's like he comes in on people's shit. He doesn't really do like all of his own shit all the time. You know, most if you look at his fucking albums and stuff, it's always with somebody else. So, what you bitching, dog? And that shit was lit, and he honestly showed so much fucking love for family. It was cool. So, Fat Nick gets down with juggalos, and he definitely does now. So I'm not even gonna bitch. Fat Nick was tight. I love the fact that Steel Panther asked to be a part of fucking the family this year, dog. That shit was so fucking cool. They put on a hell of a fucking show tonight too, dude. Like it was such a good fucking set. We sat there and watched that. I watched that whole fucking set, and like Steel Panther was fucking killing it. Juggalos fucked with them. They told all of us that this shit was some of the freshest stuff they've ever been to, and then they asked to be a part of the family. And we accepted them, and we family chanted for them so fucking hard. So I mean that shit was some of the freshest shit all motherfucking gathering, whether it was rap or not, was a fucking Steel Panther set. Love you, homie. I got to get some sleep. Let's chill in Discord tomorrow. I'll be in Discord tonight. I'm also gonna drop the Discord link here before too soon, so some people can get into it. But I'll be in a Discord for a little bit right after the stream. We're probably gonna wrap it up in the next, like 5 or 10. And I just really wanted to jump online and kind of like kick it with the fam for a minute, and kind of tell everybody, we're gonna have some content probably come out by the end of the week, and we're gonna all sit down. I'm gonna open up a live panel. Later on this week, we're all going to get on here and bullshit, and we can all talk about the gathering and how you're dealing with it right now, whoever the fuck it is. We're going to we'll put the StreamYard link out next week, and we're going to pull everybody on, and hopefully you don't get me demonetized, and we can keep this a thing. But that's what we're here for tonight, was just to kick it and kind of everybody just retouch and see that we all got home safe. Fuck your sleep, though. Seriously, fuck all y'all's sleep. I hope you get some tonight, though, because we were definitely deprived of it all motherfucking week. That's for goddamn sure. Oh. The clowns were fantastic this year, the gathering. I'm going to talk. So my VIP was really tight. Violent J was super fucking talkative. It was cool to see Shaggy 2 Dope again. To get recognized again by Shaggy and him fucking chopping it up with me a little bit in VIP. It was super fucking cool, dog. Shaggy, I love you. And every time that we can get together and talk for a couple of minutes, it's I've never had an uncle in my life that was as distant and yet still in touch with my life as you are, dog. So I love you, Shaggy. You're the fucking best uncle I ever had in my fucking life. Jay was Jay looked so good this year, guys. If you weren't at the gathering, you didn't get to see Jay perform live. He was on it all motherfucking gathering. Both of their ICP sets were fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. their the final night when they did their set, the stage and how they came on stage and their whole fucking show was literally the best fucking shit I've ever seen out of all the tours that I've caught. And that was super. Violent J was fucking getting it. And I'm so glad to see after the fucking seminar tent, they're like, we're not retiring. And the Wicked Clowns will never die. Well, if you'd seen his set afterwards, like, that's a goddamn fact. Like, we all knew it was fact. And then he fucking showed it. The Wicked Clowns will never fucking die, guys. If you don't believe it now, you should believe it. They proved it this year at the Gathering. I honestly, I think that we're gonna wrap it up just a little bit. My brain's kind of like at this point, and I actually want to just kind of jump in Discord and kick it with some people, and just kind of hang out before I go to sleep. I'm actually gonna throw my Discord link up in the chat. So if you're not in there, you can join. Hopefully you do, because like we're always kicking it in fucking voice chat and gathering like it would be camp, and then we all gather together here up on YouTube, once or twice a month. It's good to see all y'all family, and thank y'all for showing up tonight. Like I said, look forward. We're gonna have another stream probably like Thursday, Friday, and we're gonna bust out some footage. We're gonna talk more about the Gathering and maybe some future shit. Just vibe. We only really get to get all together at least one or twice a year, and I'm trying to fill that void in so it's not as bad. But like I said, check out the Discord link. I'm gonna put some other links in the fucking description to some of the other stuff that I've got going on to get a hold of me. If you want to get a hold of me for business, Instagram is the best way to, or my Twitter, or message me on Discord, Facebook, whatever. I'm gonna wrap this motherfucker up, and it's good to see all y'all motherfuckers. Two Whoops family, and until next time, this is Gather.net, and this week's Gathering. Two Whoops.